Greetings to all. Welcome to the channel Maths by Sonu Sir. In my last video, we have learned the basics of the chapter number 1 for class 9th, that is the real numbers. We have learned the basic of the chapter. If you haven't liked the video, like the channel. If you haven't subscribed the channel, like the video and share the video. Till now, kindly share the video so that your friends also take the benefits of the chapter of the knowledge, right? So if you haven't liked it, just like the video, the previous one also, watch it first. Okay, now let us recall whatever we have learned so far about the chapter real numbers. Okay, we have learned so far that n is the subset of w, n is the subset of w, w is the subset of z, z is the subset of q, q is the subset of r, and here we have mentioned the set I. Let me tell you that capital N represents the set of natural numbers, W represents the set of whole numbers, Z represents the set of integers, and Q represents the set of rational numbers, I represents the set of irrational numbers, and R represents the set of real numbers, Okay, this we have learned so far. I need to understand the definitions of all these 6 sets. Okay, now let us move towards the exercise 1.1. Yes, we are going to start the exercise 1.1. we are going to start. So you are all ready? Let's understand the exercise 1.1. I am reading the first question of exercise 1.1. The question says, is 0 a rational number? Is 0 a rational number? Let us understand whether the 0 is the rational number or not. First of all, let us recall the definition for the rational number. What is the definition for the rational number? A number is said to be rational. If it can be written in the form p by q. Where p and q both are integers. Yes, where p and q both are integers. And q is not equal to 0. The number which can be written in the form numerator by denominator, where numerator and denominator, where p and q, p represents the numerator and q represents the denominator, where p and q both are integers and denominator should not be equal to 0. If a number satisfies all these 3 conditions, then the number can be called what? Rational. Let us see whether 0 satisfies all these 3 conditions or not. Yes, 0. Can I write 0 as 0 by 1? Yes. You know this thing very well, that whenever nothing is there in the denominator, we can write what? We can write 1 in the denominator. First condition satisfies, as 0 can be written in the form 0 by 1. Now, we have learned this thing, that 0 and 1 both are what? Both are integers. In the definition of integers, in my last video, if you haven't watched that last video, then I give the link in the description box. You can watch from there. You can just copy the link. You can just open the video from the link in the description box. Okay. Yes. 0 can be written in the form 0 by 1, where 0 and 1 both are integers. 0 can be written in the form 0 by 1. 0 and 1 both are what? Both are integers. And 1 is not equal to what? 0. Have you ever heard that 1 is equal to 0? No. 1 is equal to always 1. 1 is not equal to any other number. Okay? Excepting 1. Okay? So all the 3 conditions 0 satisfies, therefore we can say that it's a rational number. Yes, 0 is a rational number because it can be written in the form 0 by 1, where 0 and 1 both are what? Both are integers and 1 is not equal to 0. Therefore we can say that 0 is a rational number. Yes, 0 is a rational number. Okay? Yes, 0 is a rational number. Okay? Hope so you have understood the question number 1. Okay? Let's proceed towards question number 2. It is saying find 6 rational numbers. Yes, what you have to find? You have to find 6 rational numbers. Between what? Between 3 and 4. Between 3 and 4, you have to find what? You have to find 3 rational numbers. Okay, let us see how to find rational numbers between any two numbers. How will you find? Write it 3, write it 4. Now you know this thing. If I multiply and divide a number by the same number, then the number remains unchanged. Suppose 2 is written here. If I multiply it by 3 and divide it by 3, does it make any difference to 2? No, it is still 2. Okay. Suppose 2 is there. If I add 3 and subtract 3, does it make any difference to 2? No, it doesn't make any difference to 2. What we have understood from here, if you multiply a number, if you multiply and divide a number by the common number, then the number doesn't change. Okay. If you add and subtract, addition and subtraction is happening together with the same number, okay, with the same constant, then the numbers remains unchanged. Keep this in your mind. Okay. Multiplication and division are going simultaneously, so it doesn't make any difference to 2. Addition and subtraction are going simultaneously together, so it doesn't make any difference to what? 2. Okay. Clear? Now let us find. We have to find what? We have to find rational numbers between 3 and 4. Okay. As we have to find 6 rational numbers. So what will you do? You will add 1. 6 plus 1 gives you what? 7. 6 plus 1 gives you what? 7. So let us multiply and divide number 3 by 7. Same with the 4. Multiply and divide it by what? 7. Multiply both the numbers. Multiply and divide both the numbers by 7. 3 sevens are what? 21. 3 sevens are 21. 7 as such. 4 sevens are 28 by 7. Now these are what? 2. These two, 3 and 4 becomes what? Rational numbers. That is in the form of what? In the form of fractions. In the form of numerator over denominator. Now, what you observe here? You observe that the denominator of both the fractions is same. Denominator is same. That is what? 7. And the numerators are different. 21 and 28. 21 and 28. Okay. Now, as the denominator is same, so we can compare what? Numerator. Keep one thing in your mind. If the numerator is same, then you can compare the denominator. If denominator is same, you can compare what? Numerator. I can compare the numerator. Between 21, make sure that you have read the question properly. That you have to find the rational numbers between. Between means 21 and 28. That is 3 and 4 are excluded. You have to talk about the numbers between them, not about them. Okay. 21 and 28. The numbers lies 22 by 7. 23 by 7. 24 by 7, 25 by 7, 26 by 7, 27 by 7. These are the 6 rational numbers between what? Between the two numbers 3 and 4. Okay, between the two numbers 3 and 4. Hope so you have understood the second question. Okay, now I am gonna rub it. Till then you can read out the third question. Okay, and learn this sequence as soon as possible. That N is the subset of W, W is the subset of Z, Z is the subset of Q, Q is the subset of R. Okay, learned it now? Let us proceed towards third question. I am reading the third question. Find 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Find 5 rational numbers. We have to find 5 rational numbers. 5 rational numbers between what? Between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Okay. Procedure is same. We are doing what? We are doing question number 3 of exercise what? Exercise 1.1. Okay. 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Let us understand now how to do it. 3 by 5, 4 by 5. Denominator of both the fractions is same. Now let us compare the numerators. 3 and 4, but there is no number lies between 3 and 4. There is no number. Okay. So what will we have to do? We'll have to make difference. We'll have to create difference between these two numbers 3 and 4. How many numbers we have to find? We have to find 5 rational numbers. So we'll multiply and divide by +1. 5 plus 1 gives you what? 6. Let us multiply and divide both the numbers by 6. By 6. Why? Because we need 5 numbers. If I need 10 numbers, then I will multiply and divide it both the numbers by what? 11. 6 3s are 18. 5 6s are 30. 6 4s are 24. 6 5s are 30. Now, again the denominator of both the fractions. Again, the denominators of both the fractions is same. That is the 30. So let us compare what? Numerators. Here the numerator is 18 and here the numerator is 24. Now let us write the number. 19 by 30. 20 by 30. 21 by 30. 22 by 30. 23 by 30. Here is the list of what numbers? Here is the list of 5 rational numbers. These are 5 rational numbers between the given numbers, that is 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Okay, hope so you have understood the question. Okay, now let's proceed towards question number 4 of exercise 1.1. Now let us recall again that n is the subset of W, W is the subset of Z, Z is the subset of Q, Q is the subset of R. I have just told you, in my last video I have told you, if you move in this sequence from left to right, yes, from left to right, then the answer is what? Answer will be true. Answer will be true. But if you move from right to left, yes, if you move from right to left, then the answer will be what? False. Answer will be what? False. Okay. Now let us do question number 4. I am reading the fourth question. Are the following statements true or false? Give reasons for your answer. We are to tell whether the given statement is true or false, and we also are to give reasons. Right? If the statement is true, why it is true. If the statement is false, why it is false. We are to give reasons in both the conditions, in both the situations. Okay. I am reading the first part. Every natural number is a whole number. Every natural number is the whole number. Every natural number is the whole number. As we are going from left to right. As we are going from left to right. All natural numbers are whole numbers. Therefore, it is what? It is true. It is true. It is true. Why it is true? Because all the natural numbers are contained by whole numbers. Because all the natural numbers are contained by what? Whole numbers. Okay. Therefore, we can say that every natural number is what? Whole number. Okay. Let us understand the second one. Every integer is the whole number. Every integer. Integers are represented by what? Z. Every integer is the whole number. Every integer is the whole number. As we are going from right to left. Therefore, the answer is what? Answer is false. It is saying that all the integers are whole numbers. No. All the integers are not whole numbers. Integers are what? Integers are the collection of natural numbers, negatives of natural numbers, and zero. Zero and natural number combined called what? Whole numbers. But where are the negatives of natural numbers? Whole numbers doesn't contain the negatives of natural numbers. Okay, negative integers. Then what is the reason? Negative integers false क्यों है? Why it is false? Because negatives of integers doesn't contain by what? Doesn't contain by whole numbers. Okay. The set of whole numbers is the smaller one and the set of integers are the bigger one. Therefore, all integers are not what? Whole numbers. But all whole numbers are what? Integers. Okay. Now let us come to the third part of question number 4. I am reading. It is saying every rational number is a whole number. Every rational number is the whole number. Oh my God. Every rational number is the whole number. Every rational number is the whole number. No, it is false because we are moving from right to left. How can the bigger set be contained by the smaller set? Okay. False. It is also false because 2 by 3, 4 by 5, 6 by 7 are the rational numbers. These are the rational numbers, but not the whole numbers. But not the whole numbers. Okay. All rational numbers are not whole numbers because the set of rational number is the bigger one and the set of whole numbers is the smaller one. Therefore, we can say that the statement is false. Okay. Here we have finished exercise 1.1. If you haven't liked the video yet, then like the video, share it with your friends so that they can also take the benefits of it. Okay. And just click on the this bell button so that you will get all the notifications of the upcoming uploading videos. Okay.